What's up, guys? It's your boy Drew back again. Today we're going to talk about a channel update, just the future of Kicking It with Drew channel and what's going to go on after this video. But before we get into all that, first of all, thank you all for sticking with your boy Drew over all this whole consistent past year and a half, 2 years really. But before I really get into talking about what's going to happen with Kicking It with Drew, I want to talk about some highlights and some positive things first. Like, nothing really too crazy is going to happen today, so don't start crying, okay? The first thing I want to do is thank all you guys who have been part of the Drew crew from the beginning. And I've seen in the comments and in my most recent videos as well that a lot of you guys have been here since the beginning of Kicking It with Drew. Before I was called Kicking It with Drew, I was called Drew B back in the day. For all you old heads out there, old head subscribers, that you guys all knew. Those are the OGs right there. Yeah, and you know, I started this channel like 4 years ago now, I would say. And when I did start this channel, from my best knowledge, I was the only person covering USA Soccer content or even MLS content consistently, like week in, week out. I think Danny T Radio was there like around that same time as well. So shout out to Danny T Radio for being one of the old heads, OGs. Yeah, I think I was the only one really pumping out videos like that. And at that time, I was single. I wasn't a father. I had a lot more time on my hands, so I was pumping it out. The only downfall really was the difference between then and now, besides being a dad and all this freaking crazy life, is that USA Soccer in general sucked. The national team was garbage. I started around the same time, like before we got kicked out of the World Cup in 2018. That's when I started. So I covered the World Cup exit failure. So at that time, USA Soccer was garbage. Nobody gave a shit about USA Soccer. But fast forward to today, where we have everybody and their freaking grandparents talking about and making channels and Twitters about USA Soccer. And I was like, and it kind of just came out of nowhere. And I know you guys feel the same way. I'm like, wow, like what the hell? Like now it makes sense because now we have so much success with the national team, winning the Gold Cup, winning Nations League, pumping out talent here, left and right, every single day. MLS slowly becoming better and better as a league around the world. Amazing. Now it makes more sense to even have more people talk about shit like that. It's amazing. It's the best thing. It's what I wanted when I started this channel. If you guys have been here from the beginning, you guys know that my main goal of Kicking with Drew was to grow soccer in America, grow a community, spread the popularity of soccer in general. It didn't have to be USA Soccer, but just soccer. I wanted to see people talking about soccer in a bar, people talking about soccer in school instead of just joking on him, you know. And we're slowly getting there. And I said the biggest reason that I was ever going to be a success is USA Soccer national team is successful in the men's. You know, the women's have been successful, but we all know the men's is more popular, and what, you know, that's just how it works. So sorry to you guys who are fans of USWNT. Yeah, and when I started this channel, my goal always was to collaborate with people. Like, oh, if I found somebody, I'll collab. People found me, I would always say yes. I think I've never really ever said no to collab for this channel. I think I have a handful. That's because my life I just had no time. It's either I collab with you guys or I don't make a video at all. And sometimes I would just have to really finagle my way. But I always try to find time for people because I always knew how it felt. Especially when I first started out, I was like, reach out to bigger influencers and just bigger people. I'm like, hey, you want to collab, blah, blah. And they wouldn't really give me the time of day. So I was like, you know what? I'll never be a seller like that. I'll never be like a dick and just ignore people. I will try my best to collaborate. And I think I have collabed with a majority of people. And speaking of those, let's get into that real quick. Because I know people are going to try to call me out about some dumb shit, but I'm going to say it right now. Yeah, I've collaborated. I think my first real collab was with Tactical Manager, Filippo. That time, that was like before my baby was born. I think I was literally like 2 weeks before she was born. Me and Filippo, he hit me up. And I was like, oh, never heard of this guy. He had like 400 subscribers or something. And he called me. It's awkward because like these guys called me on the phone. I never even freaking knew this guy. But he was cool. You know, we hit it off. Our first video was okay. We had some technical difficulties. It was fun. Collaborated some more time. And that was good. Obviously, I had the baby. I was like, you know, I was gone for a month or two because it's just craziness. Yeah, and then he is, look at him now, super successful. Let's talk about somebody else. Yank Report. I actually reached out to him because I saw a lot of potential in this guy. You guys know his freaking set, how he's set up and shit like that. I was like, dude, this guy could make it. I reached out to him. We collaborated. Now look at him. I'm not saying that I am the reason, but I'm just saying I just that was my goal. Like that was me reaching out and like agreeing to like help grow USA Soccer, grow a community. And now look at this community, guys. We have Tactical Manager leading the way. We have 11 Yanks. We have Yank Report. We have FIFA America. We have just the States FC. Like every day there's somebody new popping up. And I see it, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I love, like, this is what I want. And I wish that this was happening back in a time where I had more time to record, where I had more, like, free time, you know? And that's the truth of it. And when I had more free time back then, when I was Drew B, I wish the fan base and the community of USA Soccer was the way it is right now. But that's not how it worked out. I had to grind my way to where I am now. And that's it. So that's the past. That's the history of Kicking It with Drew and everyone who's come through this channel. So let's talk about the future of the channel. I'm not gonna give up on this channel. First of all, I guess you could say I'm a little jealous of everybody else. Yeah, I am jealous. It's a natural human ability of human nature to be jealous. Like, yeah, linked up with Filippo and Yank Report and people like that, and obviously they're light years away from me. And they've built their own. They've cemented themselves as the new faces of USA Soccer content creators. So I was like, yeah, that does make me a little butthurt sometimes, but I still support them. They're still my friends. I still wish them the best. I would still hope that if I ever wanted to help for my channel, they would always reach out to me, because I know I would always do the same. But speaking of that, like, that's kind of where we're at right now. Like, I feel like the USA Soccer right now, it's great that we're having so much more content creators coming and going, or really just coming, actually, not going. That it's almost like a little diluted. Like, I feel like everybody's already cemented in what if USA Soccer news drops, they're gonna go to one of those top 3 channels: 11 Yanks, Tactical Manager, and Yank Report, right? And there's some others here and there that they'll look at too. I could be those side ones to look at too, but I was like, you know what, like, I don't. First of all, I don't have time to cover every single game or every single roster prediction. So I'm not gonna give up on Kicking It with Drew. I'm not gonna fade away. My life right now has like cleaned up a bit. Now it's more calm. I have a lot more time on my hands to do more with the channel. So instead of just doing what everybody else is doing, I just want to shift to channel content. Like, I'm gonna be doing. Not so much like live stream. I don't do live streams anyway, but not so much live stream, not so much roster predictions or coverage, or not so much game coverage. I'm going to do more of just informative stuff with USA Soccer and MLS stuff. Like, for example, how good was Landon Donovan, that video? Like, that did good for me. It took time, but it's still rewatchable. And I'm going to be doing stuff like that here on this channel. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. It's not giving up a Kingdom with Drew. I'm just shifting gears. We're pivoting in the kind of content we're creating with Kicking It with Drew, because now that actually frees up a lot more time for me to just kind of work on research a video like, oh, how good was Clint Dempsey, which is a video I'm working on, and pump out some good stuff, maybe learn better editing, and just put it out there like that. And that's how the goal is going to be. Here and there, if there is some big crazy news, of course I'll come here and record on those crazy USA Soccer news. But for the most part, you'll catch me on this channel doing, like, I don't know, like, just like throwbacks, stuff like that. I have a lot of ideas, and I don't want to really spoil them too much, but fuck it, who cares? You guys have been with us forever, so if you're still watching this video right now, then you guys deserve to listen to the ideas. We're gonna do throwbacks of how good was this player, blah blah blah. Where are they now, blah blah blah. How good was this roster in this tournament, and where are those players now? Then we're gonna do like throwback Thursdays, hopefully, where we do like look at an old classic USA Soccer game and just recap it and just review it and just talk about how that affected USA Soccer as a whole and the fans and the players and teams, stuff like that. And one more thing, if you're still here, first of all, thank you so much. Second of all, because of the shifting content with Kicking It with Drew, it's allowed me to really free up some more time for myself in terms of recording videos and doing stuff like that media-wise. And I'm able to now follow my second passion. USA Soccer, or just really soccer in general, is my number one passion ever since I was young. I love soccer, okay? Lived and breathed since I was a little kid. But number 2 is getting scared and horror movies and scary stuff. So a little quick announcement. I also have another channel I just created literally a couple days ago. It's called ScareQuest. You can see a little logo right here. ScareQuest is a channel where I am going to review horror movies or talk about horror movies and rank them, whatever you want to call it. Just that kind of content. I'm going to be diving into that horror movie genre world. And I would love it if some of you guys here from Kicking It with Drew also follow me over there. Obviously, don't unsubscribe from Kicking It with Drew because we'll still be posting stuff here. And I think you will like the ideas that I have out. I'm gonna be putting out for Kicking It with Drew. So I really think you guys will like it. But also, ScareQuest is my side channel, my other channel, and I'm excited for it. I'm pumped up. I feel how I felt when I first started Kicking It with Drew, and I'm excited. So I really hope some of you guys follow me over there. And don't worry, Kicking It with Drew is not going anywhere. He's just gonna be chilling in the back doing his own thing. Okay? So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you everybody for just always supporting me. You know, I know it's not easy to be following a YouTuber who's so inconsistent in terms of posting, but now, thankfully, life has cleared up and eased on that I have time to really post and do stuff now. So it makes me happy in my heart. It makes me happy in my mind that I'm fucking at ease. And I hope it makes you guys happy once I can go back to normal, how I used to be for Kicking It with Drew, and of course now with ScareQuest. So if you guys like getting scared, see you over there. Guys, I love y'all. Peace.